Hello friends, this is Jibesh and I welcome you back to my channel Bioprofessional. This video will talk about the slide 2021 paper 2 of life sciences. Okay, so I'll start with life sciences, and here in this video I'll discuss 25 questions because if I take all the questions together then video will go long. For that reason I have chosen only 25 question. Okay, so this video is going to be the first video of the series. So let's start. The first question where I have to match column 1 and column 2. Okay, so and this is from dev bio. Okay, developmental biology. So as you know, this time SLAT has accepted the syllabus of NET, and for that reason this syllabus is changed, and some pattern is also changed in this year examination. So let's start. So yolk sac is basically for food storage and digestion. Okay, so A is 3. Then amnion, actually this amnion, during the process of development, embryonic development, it provides protection. Okay, the fetus is suspended in the amniotic fluid, so it basically acts as a shock absorber. Okay, shock absorber. Next, actually this type of question you do not require to know all these things. If you can identify one critical or two critical points, then you can solve the question. So D will be 2 and A is 3, so D will be 2 and A is 3. So see here, D is 2 and A is 3, so this option will be correct. Clear? So let me just see. B is 4 means chorion. It provide it is for exchange of substances between mother and embryo. So actually it acts as a barrier between fetal and maternal tissue. It forms the fetal part of placenta. This chorion forms the fetal part of placenta. And the last is allantois. Actually this is for elimination of metabolic waste. So the correct option for this question is option D. Next, C means, let us choose from the first part, that is the this part, Lederberg and Lederberg. Actually these two scientists are well known for one of the most famous experiment, and this is known as the replica plating experiment, Joshua Lederberg. Okay, so C is 1. So C is 1. If you know this option, you can easily solve this question, and the correct option for this is B. So let me just check. A is 3 means Empedocles is the father of evolutionary idea. So many people will make mistake here. The name of the Darwin, they, if they know C, then they will think, okay, this is for evolutionary idea. But the father of evolutionary idea, as is considered the Empedocles. Okay. Next, this Darwin, the option is this: adaptation are responsible for evolution. So this is a general line, although we considered the principle of Darwin for the course of evolution, but the evolutionary idea has been given by Empedocles. And the last is Aristotle, and the answer is this. So environment is responsible for evolution. So the correct option is this. Option B is correct. So here also we have to match column 1 and column 2. These are the name of the experiments, or you can say these are the separation techniques, and this is a principle, means based on which they work. Okay, so filtration, actually it works for through particle size. If the size of the particle is different, based on this principle the separation techniques work. And this ultrafiltration is through molecular size. So A is 4. A is filtration. A is 4. So A is 4 here. It is A is 4. Then again B3. So you have only one option. sorry, you have only one option, so you can find this. The answer is C. And let me check. C. Centrifugation works through the principle of specific gravity, and ion exchanger through electric charge. So D is a 2. So this option is correct. So option C is correct for this question. These are the name of the enzymes. You can see these are the name of the enzymes, and these are the metabolic pathways you can see. And we have to find out which enzyme works on which pathway. So let me choose first aconitase. Aconitase, you have seen, like this is present in TCA cycle, where it converts citrate to citrate to isocitrate, citrate to isocitrate. So this is present in the TCA cycle. So D is 2. D is 2. C option, 2 option is there. D is 2. So this option cannot be the right, and this cannot be the right. Okay, so we have A and B left. Okay, next, phosphofructokinase. So phosphofructokinase is this enzyme is present in the glycolysis part, right? Actually, it converts from fructose 6 phosphate to fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. So this is the third step. Okay, so this is the third step in the glycolysis. So A is 3. So see, A is 3. So we can now easily find the option. Correct option will be 2. So again, let us check. So B is glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase. So this is present in pentose phosphate pathway, and fructose bisphosphate is present in gluconeogenesis. Okay, so for that, actually, you need to have knowledge of these pathways, or else you cannot answer. So correct option for this question is option B. Again, we have to match column 1 and column 2. So I find this type of questions comparatively easier, because if the critical part, for example, here see all the options are different. So if you can identify the B, what is B here, then you can easily find the answer. So B will be like quanocytes. Quanocytes will be or the porifera, right? If you understand the basic classification, you will find the animal classification, the quanocytes are present in porifera. Okay, next, morpholexis and regeneration are the. So see, B4 means you have only one option, so correct option will be D. Again, let us cross check again. Morpholexis and regeneration is the characteristics of this, means D2 will be the correct option. So again, see, it is correct. So correct option will be D. And A3 means apolysis. Apolysis, actually, it's a separation of cuticle from the epidermis in arthropods. So apolysis will be this Taenia solium. And epitoky. Epitoky, actually, it's a process that occurs in many species of Polychaetae. So see, this process occurs in Polychaetae. Actually, the marine worms, where a sexually immature worm is transformed to sexually mature worm. So actually, it's a process where sexually immature worm is transformed to sexually mature worm. So your correct option for this is option D. This question, again, we have to match column 1 and column 2. The seasonal isolation. So seasonal isolation is also known as temporal isolation. So this is also known as temporal isolation. Okay, temporal isolation. And actually, in this case, the potential mates attain sexual maturity at different times. So the correct option will be this. See, population live in the same region, but become sexually mature at different times. For that reason, they cannot mate. So see, B is a correct answer is 4. So if you see the B, it has two options. Okay, so either B or C will be the correct option. So A and D will not be the correct option. So next, mechanical isolation. So mechanical isolation, actually, here the mating is restricted due to differences in reproductive structure. So correct option will be this. isolated because of structural differences in reproductive organs. So C D, the answer will be 2. I mean the D is 2. So 4 and 2, the correct option is B. Okay, so here B will be the correct option, and A is this. Habitat isolation, population live in the same region but occupy different habitats. So it is very easy, habitat isolation. And the ethological isolation, this option will be the 1, means population isolated because of incompatible behavior. So correct option is B here. Aquatic habitats. So aquatic habitats, these will be the hydrophytes. So A will be the 5. So every option A is a 5. So you cannot identify the correct option from this. Okay. Next, community in abundant light. So community in abundant light called as heliophytes. So B will be 3. So 5 and 3. B will be 3. So you have two options, and two option is deducted. So A and D will not be the correct option. Next, community in shade. So community in shade is is called as community of plants which grow in shade is known as sciophytes. So C is 1. So here C is 1. And this community in dry condition is xerophyte. So option B is the correct. So this question is from developmental biology. Okay, so we have also seen the previously one question from developmental biology, and this is also from developmental biology, and these are the pattern of cleavage and where they exactly found. So if you see the rotational cleavage is a characteristics of mammals. So option D is 3. So see, there is only one option with D as 3. Again, then bilateral is found in tunicates. So C is 2, and spiral is found in annelids, and radial is found in echinoderms. Okay, so option D is correct here. Okay, this question again we have to match column 1 and column 2. Actually, these are the properties of enzymes, and you have to match which is the correct option for this. Allosteric enzyme will be this 4 ATPase. Okay, I'm not going to describe what are allosteric enzymes. Actually, when you put more substrate, okay, and if you put inhibitor also, it can inhibit. So well, the concept I'm not going to describe here. I'm just giving you the answer. Okay, isozyme will be like LDH, lactate dehydrogenase. So LDH is basically the lactate dehydrogenase. Okay, next, multi-enzyme complex, PDC complex, you all know. Pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, you have enzyme E1, E2, E3. Okay, and the coenzyme is acetyl coenzyme A. So it is of course written in this case coenzyme A. So D will be 2. So correct option for this is B. So B will be the correct option. So this question actually these are the name of compounds and where it is found. Actually, glucose phosphate isomerase, it's an enzyme, and actually this is an enzyme where if you consider the pathway of glycolysis, if you see the case of glycolysis, you will find the first step in glycolysis is glucose to glucose 6 phosphate, right? Glucose 6 phosphate, glucose 6 phosphate to fructose 6 phosphate. So glucose to glucose 6 phosphate is the mediated by the enzyme hexokinase, and glucose 6 phosphate to fructose 6 phosphate is known as glucose 6 phosphate isomerase. So actually it catalyzes, this option will be correct, it catalyzes the second step of glycolysis. So A is 3. So see, A is 3, will be only one option, that is the A. A is the correct. So let us also check the other option, B. Glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate catalyzes the sixth step of glucolysis. Okay, the glycolysis. Same. Next, lactate dehydrogenase. Lactate dehydrogenase actually it catalyzes the lactic acid fermentation. Okay, and UDP glucose precursor of glycogen in glycogen synthesis. So the option is A is correct. Next, merozygotes. Actually, merozygotes is this partial diploids resulting from the transfer of a part of the donor gene. So actually, this condition is known as the merozygote. Okay. Next, so A is a 4. A is for option A 4. Yeah. See this option B. So here B will be the correct option because A4 with only one option. So let us also check endogenote actually a native DNA of recipient, means when a cell takes a DNA from outside and the inserted DNA is known as the endogenote. Exogenote exogenote will be this DNA fragment transferred from donor exogenote. And competence, ability of cell to incorporate naked DNA from the surrounding. So this is competence. So the option B is the correct here. Okay, this question, melatonin. Actually, these are the name of enzymes and their probable function. So melatonin, what its function? Melatonin. Okay, so actually this enzyme, influences the activity of the body. So if you do not know this, if you, let's say, you don't know this, the function of it, if you know the function of relaxin, actually this relaxin it is produced by ovary. Okay, so it is produced by ovary and placenta during pregnancy period, and actually it helps in the loosening of the pelvic ligaments. So B is 1. So let us check. B is 1 means two option. B1. Okay. Next, MSH. MSH is melanocyte stimulating hormone. MSH is actually melanocyte stimulating hormone. Melanocyte, it is something related to melanin, means pigment related, right? So this will be the correct option. Pigment dispersal in melanophores. Then STH means somatotropic hormone. STH means somatotropic hormone. Okay, so STH will be the answer, will be this metabolism of proteins and fats. So see, D will be the correct option because relaxin, B is 1, melanocyte C3, so B1 C3 will, this option will be the correct. So 12 answer is D. Okay, again you have to match column 1 and column 2. See, the most easiest way to find this answer, you see utro actually, the condition of eutrophication, actually where the nutrient is moved. So utro, you can consider like high organic load, eutrophic. So option B with 4. So B with 4 is only one option. So actually you can find like this, P4 only one option. So A will be the correct. Let us also cross check. A means organophosphate. Organophosphate is actually will be the this answer, DDVP. DDVP actually it's a trade name. It's a trade name. It's a trade name, and it is actually used as insecticide to control pests. So A3. Then chlorinated hydrocarbon. So chlorinated hydrocarbon is related to high polluted system and chironomid. So basically, if you know this, this option B, you can easily find the answer. So option A is the correct. This is very easy question from ecology part. If you see the producers, we know that producers will be the first trophic level. So B will be 4 option. B4 only one option. So option B will be the correct. Let us cross check. Producer, then you have primary consumer. Primary consumer level, secondary trophic level. So D will be the 3. Okay, D3, it is correct. And again the secondary consumers will be the third trophic level, means C1. Okay, next tertiary consumer will be the fourth trophic level. So option B is correct here. This question actually it's a memory based question. If you know the the thing, you can answer, unless you cannot answer. And see, boron actually this creates terminal leaf necrosis. Copper, it it's related to dieback disease. Iron is related to this uh, intervenal necrosis. And zinc, if there is less amount of zinc, it causes leaf disease. So option D is the correct here. So this question is from molecular biology, so this is from molecular biology part, and specifically from DNA replication. So helicase actually it begins the unwinding of DNA helix. So A is the 3. So C, A is a 3 with only one option. So here this will be the correct. See, this is very easy actually. If you know one part, you can answer. You have seen many part. I have only chosen one option, and the question is solved basically. So single strand SSB, actually this is called single strand binding protein. So it you know stabilizes single DNA strand. Next, primase synthesizes RNA primer. And DNA gyrase. DNA gyrase actually assist unwinding of DNA helix. So option C is the correct. Okay. Next, okay, moving on to this question. This is not very difficult question, where you see there are different diseases are there related to chromosomes. So in a normal condition, you will find that there are two X chromosome in case of female, right? And one X and one Y chromosome in case of male. And we have total 46 chromosomes. Out of it, we have 44 autosomes and 2 sex chromosome. Okay, so we all know this fact. So Turner syndrome, actually it's a condition where a female born with only one X chromosome. So here you will see 44 plus X. O means there is no chromosome, only one X chromosome. So A2 and see these two options again. Klinefelter syndrome, actually this is a condition where male born with one extra copy of the X chromosome. One extra copy of the X chromosome means this one 44 plus XXY. It has only one X chromosome more. Again, so you will find that this is also again this option XXY, and this is also XXY. Let us see again next option, Jacobs or criminal syndrome. Actually here male born with one extra Y chromosome. So D will be 3. So let us see, D is 3. Okay, next A2. Okay, A2. C is 1. C is 1. So option A is correct here. So option A will be correct. Moving on to this question, again still we are actually matching column 1 and column 2. So there are plenty of questions column 1 and column 2 we have to match. So lysosome is related to autophagy. Chaperone is related to protein folding. So B, option 3. Okay, this is 3. Again lysosome autophagy means A4. So most probably this will be the correct option. Let's see. C, COP1. COP1 is related to CADL. Say CADL means it's a sequence. No, it's an amino acid. Okay, these are amino acid. Transducin cyclic GMP. So option D is correct here. Okay. So moving on to this question, stenohydric. Steno means narrow and hydric means water. So actually narrow tolerance to water. So A4. Okay, this option. C. Let us also check. Steno, again narrow. Haline means salt related. So narrow tolerance to salinity means B3. Okay, it is correct, B3. Again uri means more or wide. Hydric means water, wide tolerance to water. And uri haline means wide tolerance to salinity. So this will be the correct option. So C will be the correct option. Here you will find different types of tissues are there. We have to match where they actually found. This pseudo-stratified epithelial tissues you will find in case of this urinary bladder. Okay, urinary bladder, in case of this you will find. Next, columnar epithelium you will find this for intestinal epithelium. Then cuboidal epithelium you will find in case of thyroid gland, means C will be 1. And simple squamous epithelium you will find in case of skin, so D2. So option B is correct here. So this question is again from molecular biology. So this is from transcription part. 5' capping, it's related to this 7-methyl guanosine, ribozyme, catalytic RNA, we all know this. Promoter is it's related to RNA polymerase, and polyadenylate polymerase, because this is the name of the enzyme. So D4 to option C1. Okay, so option B will be correct. So 21 B is the correct option. Okay, this question, nucleolus actually it is present inside the nucleus. So there is a difference between nucleoid. So many people think this is nucleoid, but nucleoid and nucleolus is different. Nucleoid is present in case of prokaryotes, but nucleolus is a structure present inside the nucleus. So this is for RNA synthesis, spirosomes for storage and synthesis of lipids. So B1 you see only one option, so option C will be correct. And nucleolus A4, it is correct, so option C is correct here. Let us also cross check peroxisome. Peroxisome is for glycolate metabolism, and plasmodesmata transport of macromolecules, so option C is correct here. So this question is from developmental biology, and till now you have seen there are 3 questions we have seen from developmental biology, and this question is specifically from development in case of sea urchin. So if you studied about sea urchin, you will find there are binding and resect, and sea urchin is an echinodermata. So if you consider the case of resect actually it's a 14 amino acid long peptide. 14 amino acid long peptide. If you see in most of the conditions, you will find that sperms travel towards the egg to fertilize it, and many a time you will see that there is formation of some gradients with hormones and all. So resect also forms a gradient. This is called chemotaxis. I'm not going to describe all this part because you have seen that I have not discussed any part with detail, because it can consume lots of time. But here you are here to to know the correct option. So chemotaxis actually, and this part, this resect actually acts as sperm attracting peptide, and it can also acts like sperm activating peptide. Okay, so C1. So you'll see there are 3 options, C1. Next, cortical granule. So cortical granule reaction, if you study, you will find that for this reaction to occur, where you have to increase the level of calcium ion concentration in the cytosol, then only it can fuse with the ulema. Ulema is the egg plasma membrane. So cortical is related to this B3. So you'll find B3, there are 2 options again. So till now you cannot find the answer. Acrosomal reaction, this is when the sperm egg contact is established, then only the acrosomal reaction will be there. So D4. So D4 means this. So option C is going to be correct here. Okay, this is also not very tough question. You will, if you observe it carefully, you will find that sampling is basically the homogeneous grouping. That's why we make sample, right? So homogeneous grouping, and here Sample error is chance variation. Error means it is varying from the proper data. So sample error is actually the chance variation. Sample size is maybe should be optimum. And for random selection is basically the when you number individuals. So most probably D is going to be the correct option. So we have to wait for SLAT commission for their correct option. Means most probably 80 to 95% of the cases, for me D is the correct option. So this is going to be the last question of this video. This is process of nitrification. Nitrification is the conversion of ammonia to nitrate, or more specifically ammonium ion to nitrate. So A2 with only one option, so B is going to be the correct option. See, if you know one part confidently, you can answer the question. So again, denitrification is from conversion of nitrate to gaseous nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen fixation is conversion of this gaseous nitrogen to ammonium ion. Ammonification is conversion of proteins to ammonia, or conversion of proteins to ammonia, or also you can say from organic compound to ammonium ion, from any organic compound to ammonium ion. So organic compound, protein is also an organic compound. So option B is correct here. So finally, I want to say that if you like my way of explanation, the way of teaching, then you can subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this channel link with your friends so that we can grow together. Thank you very much.